How strange is it to be here in the visiting locker room?
It's weird, but whatever. Yeah, it's different. That was my first time actually ever going into the visiting locker room. So, sorry.
Were you when this thing went down? Were you surprised or not surprised?
No, I really wasn't surprised just because the how everything went the day before with like Kev and Vooch. So I wasn't really that much surprised now.
And then the other thing too, I mean, you were drafted by this team. You kind of did everything right. Do you feel? Is there any kind of like disappointment in they kind of wanted to date me and never marry me? I mean, is there that kind of feeling where you had a chance to commit and they didn't? Did it come close this year? Was there any talks that you felt like maybe this is going to happen and I'm going to stay here?
Yeah. But things change. The way the season was going, wasn't really stacking enough wins consistently. So, like I always said from the jump, they're gonna do. I support whatever they think is best for the team. I just want, like I said, this organization believed in me. They gave me a chance, an opportunity to live on my dreams. So, I just want to see, the organization succeed.
Coby, when you do walk these halls now, what sort of floods into your mind in terms of memories, images? What sort of comes to mind?
All the good times, the bad times, the people. Like I said, the basketball was always basketball. It was always fun. That's what I did. But I think the people here that I met, that I built relationships with, was the thing that was hardest for me. So I think just seeing everybody tonight will be good and bad. Just because you get used to seeing these people every day, and now you don't. So, but it'll be good to reconnect with everybody. So.
Can you kind of walk us through like those last couple days leading up to the trade deadline of like finding out Kevin and Vooch were getting traded and then kind of being on pins and needles for yourself? How did you find out?
Yeah, for me it was more so, they got Kevin and Vooch got traded, so then you kind of read between the lines of what's going on, and I found out that after the game, the next day after the game, I was at the gym, and then AK called me before it went public, so. That's kind of how I found out, and that's how everything went down for sure.
What was going through your mind after that Milwaukee game? You guys were just kind of sitting there with your legs, feet soaking, and staring off into the distance. Is that did you know that was your last game?
I had a feeling. It was. So yeah, I kind of had a feeling. Like I said, man, you could read between the lines. It ain't hard in this league, in this business, to see what's kind of going on. But like I said, I'm thankful for the organization and for them believing in me.
You had never been through a trade before, so can you just describe the emotions of getting on the airplane, arriving with the Hornets, and did you reach out to anybody in the league that's maybe a mentor who had been through it to kind of give you some advice?
I wouldn't say I reached out. I mean, I just wanted to. It was everything happened so fast that I was more so just what's next. Obviously, a bunch of emotions. I think the emotions really didn't hit me until I got on the plane and was actually leaving and on the way to meet Charlotte and Houston. Like I said, I still got to play basketball at the end of the day, but it's also just the human part of the relationships that you build over the course of 6 years here. So that was the hardest part for me, is just the relationship part. And but like I said, man, when I got to Houston, Charlotte kind of met me with open arms, and they let me know from the start that they had a lot of value in me, so that was good. And I'm appreciative of just blessed to be obviously back home, but that they made the transition really smooth, and I've enjoyed getting to know the staff, getting to know my teammates. So it's been really smooth for me.
How do you want to be remembered as a Bull?
Just somebody, obviously my development part of it, that I think I want to just be an inspiration to guys who maybe early on didn't pan out like everybody thought they would, and then you prove a lot of people wrong. And I just want to be, inspiration to guys like that. Some guys come in the league and they're good their whole career. I had to kind of develop, and I had to kind of really work, and so many different roles. And I went from averaging 9 points to 20 points per game. So I just want to be like an inspiration to, the development part of it, the part that when everybody counts you out, that you still got time to always change the narrative.
Coby, with
trades that happened here in in Chicago was kind of unprecedented. How strange was it just to have not just yourself, but so many of your former teammates kind of scattered in the way that they were?
It was different. I kind of went through something similar after my first year when we made a good amount of trades at the trade deadline in my second year. But that was drastic. This was very drastic. It happened in like 2 days. So, I mean, you know, it's part of the business. You see it. You never want to see guys go, obviously, but you see it every year. You know, teams just going a different direction. So, and that's, like I said, it's nobody's fault. But you know, everything just happens so fast. So.
With Kevin and Vooch, they both, when we talked to them, they both were at least appreciative that they got sent to really good situations. It seems like you got sent to a good situation, not only going home, but a team that's kind of up and coming and playing some good basketball. Is there any appreciation of, hey, they could have sent me to Sacramento?
Yo, come on, bro.
Well,
yeah, I mean, I'm in a very, very great situation with a really, really good team. They has really talented, really good players, really talented coaching staff, and they're building something special here. So I just want to be, like I just want to be a small part of it, and you know, try to help any way that I can. I'm blessed and fortunate to be with the Charlotte Hornets organization. I'm blessed and fortunate to be back in North Carolina. So I never try to take those things for granted. So.
What kind of conversations, if any, have you had with the front office about long-term fit?
I mean, not much. I mean, obviously, they did, like, you know, some podcasts and stuff saying they want me to be a Hornet for a long time. So I don't think they would have said that if they didn't mean it. And obviously, I want to be a Hornet for a long time. So I want to be, like I said, every moment I've been here, I've really enjoyed it. I really enjoy, you know, everybody's presence here. So I hope to be here a very long time, yes.
Try to get number 0 from Miles? Or?
Nah, I ain't even asked.
What's up with 3?
What?
What's the significance?
That was the closest it's 0.
Did you think about what could have happened with the Bulls if you hadn't had that calf injury this year?
What you mean?
Just because you guys got off to a fast start.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you could always live in what could have been, what I've kind of learned through my life that what could have been is just, you know, brings you nothing but anxiousness and worry or whatever you so may have it. So things happen for a reason. That's just how the chips fell. Like I said, like calf strains, whatever it is, you know, what players go through, it's a lot out of their control. So.
Sorry, I apologize.
Nah, you good. A lot of it's out of their control. So like the calf strain was out of my control. I don't really try to live in, like I said, what could have been or what if. So.
You said development, right? And so when you play for a guy like Billy, who played the position that you play,
yeah.
I've been told that maybe he was a little harder on you because of that. Like, how much was he part of your development where you are now?
He was a huge part. I always give him he always tries to say like, I worked, but I always give him a lot of credit for how far I came, just because he is hard. You know, when you're a young player, he is very hard on you. It's a lot of tough love, but it's all out of he sees something in you, and he's from New York. You know, like he's battle tested, so he tries to. That's his way of kind of seeing how tough you are. Like, can you respond? So. You know, he was like that. He was like that with Ayo as well. He was like that with Pat. Like, he was like that with a lot of young guys that came in here. Modest is going through it right now. And it did, if you respond the right way, you know, it is going to do nothing but make you better. And not only, you know, we built a great relationship, like, as player-coach, but, you know, he's been a guy that supported me off the court as well. And we built a great relationship off the court. So that's a relationship that'll last forever.
thanks, Coby.
Thanks, y'all.
Thanks for your time,
Yep.
man. See you tonight.
Yep.